I am sure that you would like to know how to keep your infant safe from human trafficking and predators and pedophiles. Hi guys, my name is Talita van der Heever, and in this video, this live today, we are going to talk about exactly that. Welcome to Babies Are Beautiful. First of all, I just want to thank them. Thank you to Babies Are Beautiful for allowing me to tell my story here, to testify to all of you, and to help you all to keep your infants safe and secure. They are, after all, the future of our world. Thank you so much all for tuning in. I can see the numbers are rising quite quickly. This is such an exciting time for me. So guys, before we're going to start, I'm going to tell you exactly what you're going to hear in this video and why you should stay to the very end of the video. So firstly, I'm going to introduce myself, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about me, and I'm also going to tell you what makes me uniquely qualified to be speaking about human trafficking. And I'm sure that you're going to love the story, but also be inspired by it. Maybe you're going to feel a little bit heartache at the same time, because I am a survivor of human trafficking. And then right at the end of the video, I'm going to switch over to the safety part. And then I'm going to tell you more about how to safeguard your infant against human trafficking. So this is the first video of several videos. Hello, Joanne Basqueta. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. So this is the first of 4 videos. This video is all about human trafficking and how to safeguard your child against it. Then next Sunday, every Sunday, 8 o'clock South African time, 9 o'clock Nigerian time, and about 2 o'clock in American time, we will have a live video where I will be talking to you about several issues concerning moms. So today is all about human trafficking, and then the next episode is Tantrums and Toast, where I'm going to be telling you all about how to keep you cool in a meltdown, because believe me, there is going to be loads of tantrums coming your way still. Especially if you're a mom that suffers from anxiety and depression, it's really important to know about how to handle those. Then the 22nd of August, I am inviting you to the third episode. It's called My Spitting Image, and then you will see my baby. Her name is Karlik, and she's adopted, and I'm going to tell you the whole story, and it's amazing. And then the very last video, I'm going to be talking about all about you, mom. The last video is dedicated to you. How to make more informed decision about your mental health, understanding the importance of good nutrition and mental health, and then also how to do positive affirmations with your toddler, where I'm going to bring my daughter again on camera. All right, so let's start with the story. I know you guys have been waiting and you're excited, and I just want to thank you for being here tonight. And thank you so much for allowing me to speak to you, whether it is on your tablet, on your smartphone, or on your computer screen. I really appreciate it. I would like to, in advance, say sorry. My home language is not English, it's Afrikaans, but I'm going to try my best to convey the whole story as much as I can. All right. So basically, when I was a really, really young child, I was about 3 years old. That was the first time I was molested. I was molested and raped by my grandfather, and my parents didn't know about this. And it escalated. I was molested, and then it escalated to a rape later on. And then it just got worse and worse and worse, and the feelings of guilt, fear, and shame just overwhelmed me. And a lot of teenagers has got this problem where they don't know, something bad happens to them and they don't know how to voice it. And that's exactly what happened to me. So at about the age of 16, I ran away from home. I ran away from home, and I was where the place where I lived was a small community in a small, very small town, and small town, and I ran away from home to Bloemfontein, which is a city in South Africa, and I packed my bags and I waited till everybody was asleep, and then I got a lift with one of my friend's boyfriends, and I ran away from home. And then I ended up in front of the shopping center. There was a shopping center there called Mimosa Mall. I stood there in front of the mall with only my pillow and my duvet, and I didn't know where to go. Now here I am, 16 years old, and I am completely hurt and broken down and shattered by rape and by molestation, and I didn't know what to do. And at first when I got there, I was kind of relieved, but then suddenly that quickly made space for a lot of fear, because I didn't know what I'm going to do next. My only plan was to run away, and I didn't know where I'm going to go. And there was a white guy in a white car circling the block, very late. Now it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was extremely, extremely cold in that night. And he stopped and he asked me, how am I? And I said to him, I'm fine. And he said, what are you doing here this time of night, alone? And I said, no, I'm waiting for a friend. And so he said, are you okay? And I said, no, I'm fine. And he kept on circling the block, and eventually he stopped and he said, listen, yeah, I know something's wrong. Please tell me what's wrong. And for some reason, I trusted him. And I told him my whole story. I told him that I was molested. I told him I was raped and all the other stuff that happened to me in between. And he said to me, don't worry, I'm going to take you to a place of safety where girls just like you are safe. So you don't have to worry about it. So I climbed in the car with him. And ladies, within less than half an hour, I was actually sold to a human trafficking ring. And I will never forget this. I was there, and I just looked around, and I didn't even know that I was sold at that stage. And I just realized my mic is down here. I'm sorry. Could you guys hear me quite well, or was the sound bad? Anybody just tell me if the sound was okay? Sorry for that. I just realized now my mic was not attached. So I basically what happened was I stayed there. I just stayed there. Scooch, thank you so much for telling me for the sound. Was okay. I just was a bit worried there. So I stayed there, and guys, the weirdest thing happened. I will never forget this in my whole life. As long as I live, I think I will always remember this. The first, I went in, and the lady at the office said to me, you're so beautiful, turn around, I want to see what you look like. So I turned around, and I asked her, what am I going to do here? And she said, no, don't worry, you'll be doing quite well here. And I didn't know that was a brothel where they trafficked young children and women. And then I went through right to the back. They took me to a back little lounge, and there was a guy, and he offered me a drink, and innocent, and I didn't know I shouldn't take drinks from strangers back then. I drank it, and I got drowsy, and I woke up tied with cable ties to a bed. And for the first about a week, I was kept there, and they gave us drugs, a lot of drugs, and they injected us with drugs. And if you didn't want to take them by snorting or take it in by your mouth, they would inject it into you. And so I was high as a kite the whole time, and I didn't know what is going on around me. All I knew was that men are coming to rape me, basically. I think I was raped more than 200 times in the time span that I was there. And it was the most horrible experience of my entire life. And I don't even know what happened to the other girls that stayed there. Time went on, and there was a cleaning lady that came in, and she asked me if I'm okay, and I said to her, no, I'm not okay. So she said to me, what is happening? And I said to her, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. And I'm only 16 years old. And so they were planning, I will never forget this, they were taking photos of all of us to transport us. I think that they wanted to export us to another country. And I think those photos that they were busy taking was passport photos. And so the photos were all taken. And it is just insane how many men raped these girls. And I remember laying on that bed and hearing the yells and the screams coming down the passage and thinking to myself, thank God I can hear them scream, because it means that they're still alive and that they're not going to kill us right away. And so at the end of the day, basically what happened was they moved a lot of the girls, but I was the oldest one in the house. There was children from about 5 years old and up. And so they moved a lot of the girls on I can't remember which day it was, on a day. And on that day, the cleaning lady came and she untied me and she helped me. She broke the cable ties with a knife and she said to me, run. And so I did, and I phoned my mom, and my mom came and she picked me up at a shop, and I went home, and then's where my rehabilitation started. And this is a very short version of my story, guys. The whole entire story is in an ebook called Inspired to be Fearless. You guys are welcome to read it. It is an amazing ebook with lots of resources. And I know you guys are going to absolutely, absolutely love this book, because it's not just how I went through human trafficking, but it's also the aftermath of that and how I rebuilt my life. And today, I'm a Christian counselor, an internationally accredited Christian counselor. I studied nutrition and photography, and I'm a thriving businesswoman of a couple of businesses, and I absolutely adore my life. And I'm so grateful for how God kept me safe throughout everything. Because if you think of, and lots of people ask me this question, they say, so, yeah, you're a Christian, so where was God? I'm like, dude, I'm not dead. I could have contracted an STD, or I could have got AIDS, and nothing happened to me. After all those rapes, after all those things, I'm still here. I'm still alive. And I'm here to tell my story to you so that you can understand how horrific human trafficking is. And the story is really bigger and deeper, but our time is running out. So I want to get to the part where I want to tell you how you are going to. Jackie Dimming, please look up here, and after the video there is a link where you can get hold of me. So I just want to tell you this, all right? Life is amazing, and I don't want to scare you with all these things that I'm going to tell you now, okay? But I want you to know that you are a mom of an infant. That's why you're on this page. I want you to know that you are able to protect your child against human trafficking. It is completely possible, and there is steps you can take in a case of an abduction. And I have really sat down and I've written you a beautiful little resource with all tips and everything that I know on how to protect your child, your infant, from predators and human trafficking. And I've put it in an ebook for you, and there's a link to my website where you can download it for tonight, and only tonight, completely free. So it's yours for free if you click on the link and you go scroll down and you just click on it, and it's yours for free because I want your child to be safe, protected, and I want you to have peace of mind. All right. So let's get into the I'm just quickly going to open up. Let's get into the tips and tricks. Okay, so the first of all, there is a in the resource I've done for you, there's a page that says huge missing child, and there's a space where you can put your child's photo in and fill in all the particulars. I want you to do, I know your child's not missing yet, but believe me, prevention is better than cure. Okay, so fill that form out and put in your child's photo, and make sure that you have got all the information ready. Make sure it's a nice and clear photo that you have done in there. And then I want you to go and just keep it on your cell phone or your mobile, give it to your partner or your husband to keep it and update it yearly. Because if you're not going to do that, if your child goes missing, then you're going to scramble for photos and everything when you could have had it already on your phone. And remember, when a baby gets snatched or a toddler gets snatched, time is of the essence. There's only 4 golden hours. And in those 4 hours, if your child is not found in 4 hours, then your chances of finding your child diminishes like completely. And it is so sad that so many people are not prepared for this. So I just want to go into my notes here on my computer quickly. And then I'm going to talk to you about what all you can do. All right. So there is another thing that I can talk to you about straight off the top of my head, and that is nappy slips. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard about nappy slips. That's a word a term that I made up because I don't know how else to explain this to people without that terminology. Okay, so a nappy slip is when someone will come into contact with you. Maybe it will be a public area, a shop, or maybe a crowded place, and they will come. So they'll ask you to pick up your baby, and when they pick your baby up, they will look you dead in the eye and keep you in conversation while they slip their fingers into the elastic of your baby's diaper or nappy. And then they will molest them, basically, right in front of you. And you won't even know it. There's no way you will even know it. Because he's keeping you in conversation. And remember, there is really, for me, really important that you really understand that nappy slips happen, and it happens daily, but people don't know about it, and they just don't let strangers pick up your baby. Don't let them come close to your child. Don't let them touch their noses or their face, and always make sure that nothing gets slipped into your baby, because they can make your baby drowsy with a drug. And then while you're shopping, baby falls asleep and you get busy on your cell phone. And when you turn around, your baby is gone. And it only takes a few seconds. It only takes a few seconds. Now, I'm not here to preach to you. I'm here to help you today. And you don't need to take notes, because I've already done the notes for you already. All you need to do to download this resource is click on the link above this video, and you click on it and you can go and download it for free. All right. Okay, so the first thing was nappy slips. The second one is never leave your baby unattended, especially in crowded areas, and never leave them alone in a car. I see it every day. I will never forget, went to the boardwalk in Port Elizabeth. And it was late at night, and the mom I assumed the parents were gambling, and that it's late at night and the children are asleep in the car alone. Do you even know how dangerous that is? And then during the day, it's even worse, because they can die of heat exhaustion. So please never, ever leave your child alone, not even if you are going to pop into the shop just quickly, because It can happen quickly to lose your child forever. You'll never see your baby again. Babies go for very high prices on the black market. And they not only buy babies to sell them to people that wants babies but can't have them. They also, and this is the hard truth of the matter is, baby organs are extremely rare. So that sells on the black market for very high prices. They will kill your baby for his organs. So please, guys, please listen to what I say tonight. I know this is a topic that nobody wants to listen to. I know this is a topic that people really don't want to address, but it's important that you know how to keep your child safe. So never leave your baby unattended in a car or in a crowded place. We've talked about never allow someone to touch your baby's face. That's really important because we don't want your baby to be slipped a drug or a spray or whatever to make them drowsy and sleep and get snatched. Then the fourth one is never use your phone while shopping, because if you want to go shopping, make a list. Okay, make a list and leave your cell phone in your handbag. Because it only takes one phone call for you to get distracted from your baby, and then your baby is gone. So please don't use your cell phone when you go shopping and you've got your children with you. Or better yet, leave your children with someone that can look after them at home, and then go shopping and have some me time. Spoil yourself. If you can, always be connected to your toddler. I have like a toddler leash. I know people hate those things, but you know what? I don't care what people think. Because I know when I've got that toddler leash around my arm, I've got it's like an elastic around my arm and around my daughter's arm, and there's kind of a spring thing in the middle. And when I'm connected to her, she can't run away, people can't take her. I always know where she is, and we have happy shopping days because I know that where she's always close to me. So if you can, go try to stay connected to your toddler. All right, so now the next one is a piece of advice that really works for me as a mom, and we attend a lot of functions. Believe me, I fly all over the world. I get booked for sessions and to speak all over the world continuously, and we get into places that's extremely crowded, and towns and cities that we have no clue where we are and what to do if my child gets lost. So what I do is I will go to the closest shop that I can find helium balloons, and then I will take a long ribbon and I'll tie it to the helium balloon, and I'll tie it to the back tag of a dress. And so it won't bother her at all because it's a soft ribbon, and the balloon is long enough to go above adults' heads. So if Cuddly gets missing, if your toddler gets missing, or she's just for a second wander off while you're in conversation, you can simply look up and then see the balloon floating and walk towards the balloon, and you'll find your child instantly. And I often, when I do that, I match it to the color of a dress or an outfit so it doesn't look funny. And when people ask me about it, I tell them that's to keep my baby safe. And I've never had any complaints about it. People think it's a wonderful idea. If you share photos of your child online, always make sure the geotagging is off and it's removed so predators can't find you. I can't explain to you in this short time how to remove the geotagging, but you can Google it, or you can go onto YouTube. There's many places to find out how to remove geotagging from a photo, because if your child looks like a child that someone is looking for on the black market and you have a photo on Facebook, they can click on that photo, download it, find the geotagging, and find out where you are. Okay, and that's how quick it is. So make sure the geotagging is off when you place photos on Facebook. Mommies or dads, trust your instincts. If you are feeling that something is off or something's not right, than it usually is. Remove yourself and your baby from the situation and go home and rather go shopping or go out another time. Okay, and then you know that all those stick man figures on the back of the cars where people have a mommy and a daddy and a cat and a dog and a pig and a what, and sometimes it's got the names at the bottom, and it's a stickman family, like a white stickman family that people put at the back of their cars. That is one of the worst things you can do. Absolutely worst things you can do. Because pedophiles or predators know, remember, these people are clever. They get paid to do what they do, and they get paid well. So if they want to snatch your baby, they will look and stalk you for weeks before they do that, and you won't know this. One of the ways they do this is by looking at that stickman family at the back of your car, especially if there's a name down there. And let's say you're in a shopping mall and you're on a phone call, and then he immediately knows what is in you, how many children you have, because he can see it at the back of your car. He also knows what's their names because it's on the back of your car. And he'll go down and say, Mommy got hurt. She sent me to come and get you. Or Daddy got hurt. He sent me to come and get you, and your child is gone. And he knows her name, so she will trust him. Take your child's name off the backpack of your school bag. Same thing applies. The less information you give to predators, the better. Most of all, just be vigilant. Just look around you and make sure you know your environment, and make sure you go to safe places when you do go shopping. Always carry a whistle or a pepper spray with you. And please, guys, never allow sleepovers with your children if you don't know the parents. It is so important. There's so many people that allow their children to go sleep out, and then they don't even know the parents. So I was called out one time to an incident that happened in the Eastern Cape here in South Africa, where a family had a sleepover, okay, and there were 6 young children. And the family had the sleepover, and they had the pajama party for the girls, and everything went well. And then they had friends over, and those friends brought friends, and what they didn't know, all the adults were drugged and all the children were raped in that house. Well, the guy got prosecuted. I lost track of the case, but I just want to tell you this can happen. You have to know who is going to go to the house while your child is there, and who are they. Make sure you know them for a long time before you trust someone with your child. Never, ever, ever share online photos of your babies without clothing. And then that's just a few of the steps that I would like you to implement. It's crucial for me so that your baby is safe, that your infant is safe and secure. And I just want to thank you so much for being here tonight and listening to my story. I have completely a lot of faith in you that you are going to download this resource. You're going to take the steps that I've spoke about tonight. You can follow me on social media for more tips and advice. And you can log into my website. I have the website address already written on this video on the top when it's finished, and it's static and it's placed. So it's going to take a little bit of time to upload the video because it's about 30 minutes now. But when it's done, it will be still there for you to go back and re-watch the video. So you can watch this video as many times as you want. And if you want to get in touch with me, I'm going to leave my details also on top. So thank you so much for listening to me. I am excited to be here, and I'm going to be here next Sunday again. Please, if you enjoyed this video, ask your friends to join, because the next video is going to be really, really cool and really nice to do. So the next video, let me quickly see, is going to be on the 15th of August. That's next Sunday. It's going to be 8 o'clock South African time, 9 o'clock in Nigeria, and 2 o'clock in America, if I'm right, okay? And I am Talita van der Heever. The next theme next Sunday is tantrums and toast, how to deal with a tantrum, because we all go through that phases. And in this session, you'll learn why your toddler go into a tantrum mode and how you can help him or her to cope with the tantrum. And we are also going to discuss on how nutrition can help your toddler to have less meltdowns. We're going to talk about identify tantrum triggers, and we're going to give you some coping skills, how to deal with it in a healthy way, and also understanding your toddler and nutrition and the importance thereof. And so, guys, please join me next Sunday, same place, same time. I've got a next free gift for you next Sunday again. Next Sunday, I'm going to give you a free ebook with recipes for toddlers and food safety for babies. Thank you so much for joining me for the session. I had a blast talking to you. Thank you for trusting me and listening to me. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Please share this video to your personal pages. There is a button, if you can please be so kind to share this video. The more moms we can reach, the better. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, I hope that you guys have been inspired to be fearless. Good night.